The city of Charleston will soon be closing roads ahead of an 11 p.m. curfew. Our Scott Eisberg is live downtown with all the new details from city leaders. But first, we want to send things over to Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Dave Williams because we are under a tornado watch and flood advisory. Dave, bring us up to speed.
Yeah, and Katie, we've got the traffic light lit red for the first time ever. That's because I think the impacts of this are going to be worse than some of the storms that we've seen in the past. That includes Matthew, Irma, Dorian, all the storms that came near us. This one's going to be worse. Torrential rain and flash flooding is going to be the issue over the next few days. Then it's going to become river flooding. Gusty winds, isolated tornadoes, not really a huge concern. And the dangerous ocean, not really a huge concern at this point. It's mainly just the heavy rain. There's your tropical storm watch along the coast, or tropical storm warning, excuse me, along the coast, because we are expecting some gusts up to tropical storm force strength, but it's not going to be real widespread. There's a look at our tornado watch, and that continues until 1 a.m. We'll watch the bands of showers and thunderstorms come in off the Atlantic Ocean. Some of those could rotate. Very brief spin-up tornado, and we're not talking about these big things like we see out on the plains. We're talking about a little swirl that might knock a few branches off of a tree. Here's what we have with our rainfall right now. It's heaviest from Charleston to the south, down toward Edisto Beach, especially in Beaufort. This rain coming onto Hunting and Fripp Island. Very heavy. Zoom in a little bit closer on that, and that heavy rain continues to push into Beaufort County, Colleton County. So flash flooding is going to be likely here pretty quickly. There's Debby. Debby is sitting along the border with Florida and Georgia, and that's going to continue to push off to the north and the east. And we're looking, is that a flash flood warning?
1 a.m.
Flash flood. Okay, so yes, we did get the flash flood warning now. Beaufort, Jasper County, move to higher ground because we are going to see that flooding through Beaufort and Jasper County. And we'll just see band after band. Here's one of those bands coming on shore now. Here's another one that'll come up here early tomorrow morning. So it's not going to end anytime soon. There's that heavy rain at midnight. There's another round of heavy rain, 6 o'clock in the morning. It's just band after band. And if you see 2 or 3 inches of rain out of each of these bands, it's going to continue to add up and add to that flash flooding potential. Out over the ocean right now, we're looking, or as we go through the next few days, it looks like the storm is going to get back out over the Atlantic Ocean, but still close enough to wrap those bands of heavy rain right over top of us. And look at that, even Wednesday in the afternoon, headed toward your Thursday. This storm is still sticking around. That's why each and every day now through Thursday is a storm tracker day. Rounds of showers and thunderstorms, several more inches of rain possible this evening, and we'll continue to see more of that into the day tomorrow. We'll focus on that coming up here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dave. The city of Charleston taking extra precautions and new action tonight. A curfew going into effect at 11. Scott Eisberg is in downtown with details on what's actually about to happen within the next hour. Hey, Scott.
Hey, good evening, Katie, from the Gilead, where Mayor Cogswell instituted his first curfew as mayor of the city of Charleston. It starts at 11 o'clock tonight, like you said, going through noon tomorrow, although the city will reassess the situation at about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. They'll let us know what will happen then. As for what will happen tonight, everything that comes into the city or out of the city, the arteries, they will be shut down, so you will not be able to get on or off the peninsula. All of this that we're talking about is Charleston's peninsula, not West Ashley or Johns Island or other areas of city of Charleston that are outside the peninsula. Although nobody should be going out, nobody should be traveling, but the actual curfew is about the city of Charleston's peninsula. So all of those arteries in and out will be shut. Of course, if you need to get to the hospital, if it is a true emergency, yes, you'll be able to. They will let you through the barrier to get to the hospital or where you need, but they are trying to avoid emergencies that don't need to happen, if you will. You are putting those emergency responders at risk if you come out tonight in your car and you are stranded or whatever happens. That is not good for the emergency responders who really need to be ready to help people with true medical all emergencies. As for what happens, well, there are high water vehicles that those emergency responders are able to use at each of those barricades, so they'll be able to get around and do those things. But again, they don't want them to have to do those things. The city will be on lockdown, which means if you are out, you will get in trouble. You could get ticketed if you are out and driving around. Mayor Cogswell says this is not a stay at the bar till 10:45 and then leave sort of thing. This is a start right now and leave sort of thing if you are going to do that, because this will be shut down, a curfew instituted, because this is a whole lot of rain, as Dave said. For now, live at the Gilliard, I'm Scott Eisberg. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Scott. Charleston County not alone in their preparations for Debby. Dorchester County also shoring up safety measures ahead of severe weather. Webb Wright is live for us tonight and has a look at what the plans are there. Webb?
That's right. Well, we can tell you that at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Dorchester County, they issued a state of emergency. That state of emergency is supposed to last until next Tuesday, the 13th. Now, I am live here at DuBose Middle School, where right now they are having a Meet the Teacher Day, Meet the Teacher Conference. But after that, well, they're going to turn this into a shelter, one of 2 shelters in the area. So the reason you're seeing people here right now, they're having that teachers meeting. And of course, not only that, but Dorchester District 2, they're pushing the start of school a day back from the 8th to the 9th. But right now, officials are more concerned. They're playing the long game because they are worried about flooding in the area and some of the precautions they are taking. They're particularly worried about freshwater flooding as levels start to rise thanks to the rainfall that's just going to be consuming this area over the next day or two. They're also getting fire and rescue teams prepared for the possibility of water rescues in the coming days. And in addition, they're also expected to get help from out of state. First responders from Maryland and Virginia could be deployed.
Went to Columbia first to check in, and then they get distributed throughout the Lowcountry region. So I don't know exactly which one's coming yet. Like, this information's hot off the press that we're actually getting some of the assets that we did request, and they move fast. So we're very grateful to be getting what we are getting from them, as well as the National Guard. We know we've requested some assets with some of their higher vehicles that can go into flooded areas and help with rescues. So we're very appreciative of our Guard members here in South Carolina as well.
And now the county is also opening 2 shelters, as we said. We are at one now, which is the DuBose Middle School. That shelter will open at 8 o'clock, and another shelter in the county, Woodland High School. They are turning that into a shelter as well. That will open at 8 o'clock as well. Now, you may be looking at the conditions here right now. It's been a steady rain all day, but nothing too hard, nothing coming down, not the torrential downpour we've talked about yet, but those are coming, and that's why officials here are playing that long game. They are worried about flooding in the coming days. That's why they have rescue teams on standby and even have the opportunity as well to maybe have some teams from out of state to come help them with flooding. But for now, still, just like Scott was saying earlier, there's no reason to be out. Stay off the roads. Even though the weather doesn't look bad, it's going to get bad. And live here at DuBose Middle School, one of the shelters in Dorchester County, Webb Wright, working for you, News 4.
Thank you, Webb. With the heavy rain and flooding expected this week, Mount Pleasant town officials are encouraging people to stay at home as much as possible. Mayor Will Haney says his staff has been hard at work since last Thursday. He says their prep work is not to scare residents, but more to be ready for a worst-case scenario. Mount Pleasant Police and Fire are increasing staffing for the storm. Sergeant Ashley Croy with MPPD says high water vehicles and response crews are ready to go if needed. The mayor says as of now, the town is focused mostly on rain and flooding. He's also asking people to stay home, both for their own safety and so town operations can run smoothly.
As we have the lead up to this, limit the trips as much as you can, just so, not to be afraid of things right now, but the less that our police, fire, or whatever, any first responders have to deal with now, the more they can be getting prepared for when the weather gets worse.
Town officials have been clearing ditches and storm drains ahead of Debby. The town has also placed pumps in flood-prone areas and lowered water levels at many of Mount Pleasant's retention ponds. Town Hall will be closed tomorrow and Wednesday, but Mount Pleasant's Emergency Operations Center will be up and running. If you need assistance, you can reach officials online and over the phone. Up next, how people in North Charleston are preparing for the storm. People in North Charleston also preparing their businesses and homes for that flooding today. Sandbags were handed out at multiple locations. Sandbags, of course, just one way to block water from entering your home or business during a heavy downpour. People were able to drive through and pick up 6 sandbags. The city says they are now officially out.
We got a business over in Park Circle, so I've got 3 double doors that I got to blockade, I guess, so we don't get any flooding. And I don't think we've ever experienced the anticipated rain that's coming.
All right, as a reminder, when placing sandbags, fold the top of the sandbag down and then rest the bag on that folded top. It is important to place bags with the folded top toward the upstream or uphill direction to prevent them from opening when water runs past them. When we come back, the latest on what may be historic rainfall and flooding. Dave has your full forecast coming up.
Today's day one of dealing with Debby's impacts, and we're going to see this continuing for several days. Even though it might move slowly out into the Atlantic Ocean, we're still going to be close enough to get the impacts of this storm. We're seeing exactly what I did not want to see. We're seeing a flash flooding threat really taking over. And look at these cloud tops off the South Carolina coast. These are going to start to push inland. That's some very heavy rainfall from a rain band coming in off the Atlantic Ocean. There you go. We do have Debby. 50-mile-an-hour winds moving up to the north and the east at 6 miles an hour. It is forecast to get back out over the Atlantic Ocean. 3 in the morning. Look at this torrential rain in downtown Charleston. Focus on this band here. That starts to move up tomorrow morning, and there's going to be more even after that as we head through our Tuesday. We're looking at that heavy rain. Like I said, could get back out over the Atlantic Ocean, but it's still pulling the moisture in over top of us as we go through our Wednesday. And look at this, some very heavy rainfall Wednesday afternoon. As we go through the day Wednesday into Thursday, we're still looking at that rain as Debby begins to move back inland and hopefully weaken. This is what we're looking at with Debby. Several days of impacts. The system lingers nearby. Downpours and flash flooding, that is your main concern. As far as the wind, tornado, and surge, minimal. We might not see anything from this. It's going to be the flash flooding that's so dangerous, and eventually that has to drain somewhere. We're going to see river flooding as we head toward the weekend. Now tonight we do have a slight risk for severe thunderstorms. What we're going to see, the possibility of isolated tornadoes right along the coast. Not a huge concern, but it's also not a 0% chance. We're looking at those temperatures along the coast, mid and upper 70s, in the lower 80s as you head toward the upstate. A lot of folks really concerned with the winds, and the winds aren't going to be a huge concern because it's not a very windy system. It's a wet system. Winds right now from the east at 11 miles an hour in Charleston, easterly in Beaufort 17. We'll see a few wind gusts, but not a major concern. This is my major concern. The flash flood warning right now for Beaufort County. Move to higher ground immediately. Do not get out there and drive because you could encounter closed roadways, flooded roadways. Stay at home. That continues until 1 o'clock in the morning. And look at this heavy rain coming in around Hilton Head, Fripp Island, on into Beaufort. Just very, very heavy rainfall. And that's why there is a flash flood warning in effect already. Several inches of rain. Now, as far as that tornado threat, here is Debby. I put the crosshairs on the center of it, and these bands coming in off the Atlantic Ocean. In the right front quadrant, that's right here, the right front quadrant, and that's where we do see the tornado threat. So we could be dealing with that, especially into the overnight hours, but that should start to fade tomorrow. The heavy rain will not fade. Lightning strikes coming on shore around Fripp Island, Paris Island there, and heavy rain out over the Atlantic Ocean. Edisto Beach here next. Keep an eye on this. That's headed your way up towards Seabrook and Kiowa, and that'll continue to march up toward the Charleston metro. So we're going to see that threat into the evening. Heaviest of the rain so far out over the Atlantic Ocean, but down around Savannah, some estimates of over 8 inches of rain. 4.2 inches of rain back here near Blake. Up here as we take you around Holly Ridge, 4.5 inches of rain. And then as we take you over into North Charleston, this is I-526, I-26, right there's Leeds Avenue, almost 4 inches of rain. So several inches and more inches are on the way this evening as that storm system pushes to the north and the east. As far as what we're looking at tonight, we're going to see those bands of thunder showers continuing to come in off the Atlantic Ocean. Those are going to produce torrential downpours. The flash flood threat for downtown Charleston will go up as we head toward midnight tonight and especially overnight. 74 to 79 for lows. Then tomorrow, we've got those temperatures in the lower 80s, rounds of downpours, more flash flooding likely. And the problem is, the more rain we add on top of what we got today, it's going to get even worse on Tuesday and Wednesday. We could see this flash flooding just about everywhere. The wind's a little breezy, but not too bad considering it is a tropical system. The rain is the main impact causing that flash flooding. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all storm tracker days. Hopefully our weather improves on Friday and gets even better into the weekend so we get a chance to dry things out.
Coming up, Dave will have one more look at what we're expecting from Debby. Roper St. Francis Healthcare is taking steps to prepare for Debby. All elective procedures scheduled for tomorrow and Wednesday will be rescheduled. A decision about Thursday's scheduled procedures will be made tomorrow. There's a bunch of RSFH sites that will be closed for the next few days. All Roper St. Francis Express care locations will be closed Tuesday and Wednesday. There will be some exceptions possible for virtual visits. And the Ralph H. Johnson VA healthcare system will also close for outpatient care. All locations except for the Myrtle Beach Clinic will be closed tomorrow. The VA Medical Center's inpatient care units and emergency department will remain open and operational. Staff members are currently contacting patients with appointments during the closures to offer virtual care appointments. And I just want to reiterate tonight, there is that curfew for the city of Charleston starting at 11. Road closures getting underway here in about half an hour at 8. Dave, it cannot be understated how important it is to stay home for the next few days.
Yeah, because some folks are saying, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And it might not be right this minute, but it's going to get worse because we're just adding more rain on top of what we've already gotten. We've got several days of this coming our way. We're going to see some catastrophic flash flooding over the next several days and heavier rain coming toward downtown Charleston later tonight. We're going to see storm tracker days Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So stay indoors. Don't drive anywhere because the roads will become flooded. Friday, hopefully an improvement, and the weekend does look better. But Katie, I've been doing this a long time, and I have never seen a setup like this. I have, just not here in the Lowcountry. And when it happens in other parts of the country, it is not good. So we're talking about systems like Harvey. We're talking about even eclipsing what we got back here in 2015. So this is a historic event. We've already broken records, and those records are going to fall for the next few days, unfortunately.